All righty. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right. So, how's everybody doing today? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you guys doing? I'm just chilling here, chilling like a villain. You know how we do. Just getting the announcements out, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting some announcements out here. Let's make sure we're all set to go. Let's make sure. Boom. All right. Audio is working. Audio is working. All right. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. Just getting all the announcements out. Boom, right there. Okay. Boom, right there. Boom, right there. All right. Get this out here. And then over here as well. All right. Get this set up over here. Bop, right there. Bop. All right. Boom. And there we go. There we go. Let's get the little pinned comments up here. All right. There we are. Second one right here. Boom, right there. Oh, excuse me. I accidentally copied the wrong thingy. All right. Now, let's go over here. Have you caught some MNDR this morning and it flew? Oh, man. Congratulations. Congratulations, you never. I'll call you never for short. Never. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. Yeah. How's your morning going? My morning's going good, man. I'm blessed. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm chilling out, spending time with the folks. You know what I mean? Spending time with the indelibles. You know what I mean? Just chilling out, man. Spending time with the community. Yes, sir. Ooh, that's some good water right there. Ooh. All right. So, let's get this intro started right here. What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, a.k.a. the Rainmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to get shot out the cannon and she goes, wee! Other times she likes to go to Arby's and watch videos of puppies and kitties. Other times she likes to go into the stock market and find them ABCDs. And of course, you could always find her chilling on the Serengeti. And to top it off, she did call some wonderful stonks like MNDR, IVP, and SOND. We call her DBL Moms! Hey! Yeesh. All right, so that's what we got going on, folks. That is what we got going on. Say hello to the people, DBL Moms.
Hello to the people, DBL Moms.
Yes, good. Yeesh. So, right now, we've been chilling out, doing our thing here, checking out some wonderful stonks. Wonderful stonks, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, wonderful stonks. Yes, good. Yes. All right. And let's see here. All right. So, let's take a look at some of the stonks that we've been showing and looking at. Let's see. All right. So, you never said good to hear. Same, got to do some chores real quick. I got Thanksgiving lunches with the kids. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, Thanksgiving's coming up, man. You know what? I can't wait for that Thanksgiving, right? Where you're basically just, you're chilling. You're just chilling, right? You're doing your thing, right? And you never says hey to you too. Yeah, hey, hey. There you go. Hit it with the hey. Yesh. Yesh. So basically, yeah, I mean, I can't wait for that as well, man. I'm gonna eat a lot of turkey. I'm not gonna eat like any breakfast, right? It's gonna be just straight up. No, no, don't bother, man. I just gotta have a whole thing of turkey, man. I might have the drumstick. I call dibs on the drumstick, by the way. All right, just just pre dibbing, okay.
Okay, you can have one. You can have both,
I call dibs on the drumstick. All right.
Drumstick. One.
Did I say one?
Yes.
No.
I'm saying one.
You saying one. I never said none of that.
Drumstick is singular.
I said drumsticks.
No, you said drumstick.
Oh well, drumsticks.
Go with the playback on the stream.
Well, you know what? I'm still pre-dibbing my turkey, so I call dibs on the drumsticks. On the drumsticks.
I'm gonna give you a drumstick to use. No.
All right. I'm gonna be going after that. I'll be going after that turkey, man. I tell you, man. Whoo! Here's the thing too. You ever have Thanksgiving dinner, right? And like you have Thanksgiving dinner, you're chilling out, right? You're having a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner, and all of a sudden, you guys basically, you basically just have so much that the turkey kind of gets you eat too much turkey. All of a sudden, you get very sleepy because the turkey has what's it called? What's it called? What's that thing that turkey has in it that makes you go to sleep?
It's called tryptophan.
Tryptophan. Yes, tryptophan. Yeah. So basically, you have too much tryptophan because you ate so much turkey, and you basically go, right? And here's the thing. Last year, I tell you what, I had the best sleep of my life last year because I got that sleep where like you're drooling a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you get that sleep, that's how you know you got that good sleep. You know what I mean? So, hey, your boy is gonna be all over that turkey, all over that stuff in the mashed potatoes and string beans. Yeah, string bean casserole. All right, the gravy, them biscuits, the biscuits. All right, the biscuits. You already know what them biscuits. Oh, and some mac and cheese because they sometimes have mac and cheese. You already, my mouth already watered from that. Okay, all right, let's get started. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we called wonderful stonks today. We called SOND, SOND. That stock ran up a nice 250%. Called that earlier this morning for the Indelible Pride. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, chilling. We called MNDR, MNDR this morning. You never said enjoy your mornings, both of you. Yeah, man. And you too, brother. You too. Enjoy your morning. Enjoy your morning. All right. We called MNDR, which ran up a nice 178%. 178%. There we go. All right. We called SFHG. SFHG. That stock ran up a nice 89%. Called it for the pre-market Discord. Yes, sir. The Discord. All right. We called IVP, which ran up a nice 60%. 60%. There we go. And of course, we called MAGN, which ran up a nice 51% right there. 51%. Boom, baby. There we go. Right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, yeah, we got that going on right there. Got ourselves all set up and ready to go. Looking schmexy as always. You already know what time it is. So let's take a look at SOND. SOND currently up 104%, had a high of 250% since kind of went down. But as of now, it had a shot upward a little bit. Had a little bit of a shot upward going over here. Boom, right there. All right. Then kind of developed a bit of a pennant going right over, yeah. All right. Actually, it did develop a. Yeah, I know. There's a cup and handle. Give me a second. I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Hey. I'll give you a little.
As in a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I know she's addicted to coffee. She has 2 cups of coffee, ladies and gentlemen. That when I say that, that's not a joke. She drinks a lot of coffee. All right. All right, little bit of a pennant over here, right? And then all of a sudden had a bit of a cup and handle right over here, right? And the candle was kind of a little bit downward, but it'd be like that sometimes, right? But then curled off that cup and handle right there, boom, and it kind of just had a bit of a fall below the VWAP since then, right? A little bit of a fall below the VWAP since then, but right there. Okay, so as of now, this stunk SOND needs to break through the VWAP and needs to break that downtrend because it is on a bit of a downtrend, ladies and gentlemen. It is on a bit of a downtrend. So SOND needs to break the downtrend and the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. All right. So that's what we got going on here. Let's get some support and resistance lines on this stonk right here. Boom. And boom. So we got support over here as of now at the 14-cent mark. Has to break through 19 cents. Has to break through 21 cents. Has to break through 22 cents. Then 25. Then 29. And then finally 35 cents. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on right there. So it has to break through those for it to really be somewhat schmexy to mya. All right. So what else we got? What else we got? Let me add them. All right. So let's see over here. What other stunks do we have going on? MNDR. Let's take a look at MNDR. MNDR currently looks like it's climbing its way on up a little bit. Climbing its way on up there. All right. And then formed a bit of a pennant right about here. All right. So basically had a bit of a pennant going on right there. All right. Was below the VWAP, ladies and gentlemen. Was below the VWAP. So that's what we got going on right there. MNDR currently below the VWAP. Needs to break above the VWAP because it is kind of consolidating below there. Needs to break the pennant. Needs to break that VWAP as well for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. MNDR consolidating. Needs to break the pennant and the VWAP for it to be so much schmexy to mya. There we go. That's what we got going on for MNDR. MNDR had a nice high of 178%. Now currently up 60%. Fell below the VWAP, but that was earlier in the day. It had that movement. You know how it goes. So yeah, we got that going on right there. Let's take a look at PACS. PACS. Very, very choppy. Not a lot of volume going on here with PACS. Currently on an uptrend now on some low volume. So it has that going on right there. PACS has a 426 volume. It's unknown at this time what the float is, but it does have some unconfirmed Q2 earnings due in 12 days on December 2nd after the market closed. So it has that going on right there. Up 53%. 53% right there. So PACS is currently on a very choppy uptrend right now. PACS on a choppy uptrend. Needs to remain friends with the trend. That's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. PACS got that going on right there. SFHG ran up a nice 89%. Let's see how it's doing right now. SFHG. All right. SFHG kind of fell down below the VWAP and then really made its way on down. Had a nice high of 89%, but then kind of just went down afterwards. All right. So right now, as of now, it doesn't have much in terms of volume. I mean, the volume is 8 million. The float is 6 million. So the volume is higher than the float, but it's not that much higher. And quite frankly, it's because I mean, it did have a price spike over here. Next thing you know, it's right over here. Needs to break this VWAPA. Needs to break the consolidation. Needs to do all that for it to be so much schmexy to mya. SFHG needs to break the consolidation below the VWAP. And honestly, because it's been going on so long, I wouldn't even call it a pennant. I'd honestly just say it's just a downtrend because it's just been going down and that was it. It's been nothing but consolidated since then. I wonder if something happened to this stunk, but it could have possibly maybe diluted. I don't know. Maybe it's possible, but it is very much so consolidated below the VWAP. All right. It really needs to break that for it to be so much Mexi to me. Now, let's see if there's any news on it because it dropped like crazy after that nice little high, but no news really. Just went. That's it. That was the whole show. All right. Well, it be like that. It needs to break that downtrend, ladies and gentlemen. SOND up 100% right there. We'll see what happens with that. AUID. Let's see how AUID is doing. AUID, also known as AuthID Inc., up 38%. Currently very, very choppy on over here. Was a bit overbought on the RSI. Now it's kind of just indifferent on the RSI, leaning towards being overbought. So it happens from time to time. But, you know, that's how it be sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. That is how it be sometimes. You know how it is. You know how it is. All right. Yeesh. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 300. 300, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 300 right there. 300, 300, 300. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, let's get to 300, ladies and gents. Let's get to 300. All right. So, currently, as of now, AUID moving along with the VWAP and the 9EMA kind of pretty much intersected at this point. Both are kind of moving together in tandem. So, you got that going on as well. We got a little bit of an uptrend going on over here. All right. Moving along with the VWAPA. Moving along with the VWAPA right now. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. It's currently climbing along the VWAP. So, yeah, got that going on right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it looks like it's trying to fall below the VWAP. So it needs to remain friends with this trend for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. So needs to break through, needs to remain friends with the trend. AUID needs to remain friends with the trend and stay above the VWAPA for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. Yeesh. Let's see here. All right. All right. So, right now, AUID fell below the VWAP. Not looking too schmexy as of now. So, Not interested. Not looking too schmexy to Mya. Not looking too interesting to Mya. Let's take a look at another stock. Let's take a look at MAGN. MAGN. Let's see how we're doing here with this stock. Let's get this water. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 300. 300. All right, let's get to 300, ladies and gentlemen. MAGN currently up a nice 35%. Had a conference call scheduled for today at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and Q4 earnings announcement was confirmed before the market opened today. So we got that going on right there. All right, has a bit of a move upward. Was a bit choppy. Was a little bit choppy over here. Currently had a little bit of a shot upward over here above the VWAP, and then kind of started to fall a little bit. So it ended up doing that right there. Kind of ended up just going down. Needs to break the downtrend. Needs to break above that VWAP for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. MAGN. MAGN needs to break the downtrend and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. AUID. Again, AUID. Let's see how it's doing. AUID. Let's see here. All right. Let me refresh. Refresh. Yes. Yes. All right. Currently, AUID falling below the VWAPA. Falling below the VWAPA. All right. Needs to break this little thing right over here. This little descending wedge right over here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so it's more distinctive. But yeah, needs to break that descending wedge right over there for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. AUID, AUID needs to break the descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. There we go. Let's take a look at CDTG. CDTG has CDTG going very, very choppy. Not a lot of volume, but is trying to move its way on up and then drop back down. So CDTG moving around on low volume right there. Very, very choppy stock. Needs a lot of volume. CDTG needs volume. Very choppy. All right. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. All right. All right. CRWG. Let's see what we got going on here. CRWG currently needs to break this little descending wedge right over mya. Needs to break that little descending wedge right over there. It is above the VWAP, which is good, but again, needs to break above that descending wedge right there. CRWG needs to break above the descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. There we go. That's what we got going on right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So, what else we got, ladies and gentlemen? What else? Let's see. Let's take a look at a fan favorite, ASST. ASST. All right. Now, ASST has had a history of needing volume. All right. Still needs volume to this day. All right. Because it's still got the barcoding going on here. It's still got some barcoding going on over here. All right. And still had some barcoding going on right over here. And basically shot up above the barcoding, but still, I'm not too convinced. It doesn't seem like it has much in the volume department. ASST shot up, but again, on low volume. ASST shot up on low volume barcoding. Needs volume for it to be so much schmexy to mya. Otherwise, we'll see what goes on, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what goes on there. Let's take a look at another stock right there. Let's take a look at BYND. 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 Beyond the meat. All right. BYND had a lot of choppiness as well. A lot of channel times right here. A lot of channel times right over here. All right. A lot of channel time right here. So, you know, it's always channel time. Channel time. It's channel time. Channel time. Yes, sir. All right. So, BYND had channel time going on over here. Had some channel time going on over here. So, as of now, BYND needs to break above the channel, needs volume because it's very, very choppy as of now. Needs a lot of volume. So BYND needs volume to break the barcoding and the channels set in place there. All right, let's take a look at PACS. PACS, how's PAX doing? All right, PAX is climbing its way on up right now. Currently climbing its way on up. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There we go. All right, so as of now, PAX is currently shot up right there. Currently shot up and is basically just doing its thing right now. So PAX, PACS shot up 63%. All right. And it's currently doing its thing right now. Shot up 63%. Looking good. So that's what it's doing right now. Sophia says, hey, hope you're doing all amazing. If you don't mind, can I ask you a totally fair question? Sure. You could ask us a totally fair question. Yes. You may ask us a question, Sophia. All right. Let's see here. So, PACS currently up 66%, 67% right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. So if you ask some chill animator want to check out some, sure. Yeah, do your thing. Yeah. Yeah, Sophia, you can do your thing. Do your thing. All right. So, anyways, PACS currently up 68% and climbing right now. Again, has Q2 earnings unconfirmed for 12 days from now on to December 2nd after the market close. So we shall see what goes on there. Ladies and gentlemen. PACS climbing right now. Still climbing. Still on the uptrend right here. Needs, all right, up 71% right there. Up 71%. There we go. All right, so PACS currently climbing its way on up a little bit. All right, there we go. And yeah, it's doing its thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's doing its thing. All right. So that's what we got going on, folks. That is what we got going on. All right. So PACS did have a nice climb up to 71%. Looks like it's trying to go back down a little bit because the RSI and the 9EMA did send, it basically did kind of separate quite a bit. And also it is a bit overbought in the RSI as of now. So we got that going on right there. All right. So PACS is currently moving back down to kind of basically, compensate for the high of day differential. You know what I mean? The little differential of high of day. Because now it's became a little bit too overbought. So now it kind of has to go back down in order to basically, abide by the RSI. So it's doing that right now. Currently, can it continue to curl back up? Maybe. Looks like it's trying to curl back up a little bit. Looks like it's trying to curl its way back up just a bit. But right now, we'll see what happens. Did have a nice run up 71%. 71% right there on PACS. That's about it so far. So right now, it looks like PACS is forming a cup and handle. Actually, not a cup and handle, excuse me. Is forming a descending wedge right over here. So PACS needs to break that descending wedge. PACS needs to break the descending wedge right here. Ladies and gentlemen, needs to break that descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. Yes, sir. All right, IRE. Let's see what we got going on with IRE. All right, IRE currently very, very choppy, very, very low volume, has a pennant right here, but that's about it. That's all we really got going on with this stock right here. Has that going on, but IRE needs to break the pennant right here. IRE needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA It is above the VWAP actually, so just really needs to break the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Needs volume as well. Needs that as well for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. SOND. Let's see how that's doing right now. All right. Actually, matter of fact, you know what? Let's take a look at IVP. IVP has a 187 million float, 4 million, 4 million float, 187 million volume. Needs to break above this consolidation right over here, and needs to break this little area right over here because it is moving downward right now. So it needs to break this downtrend right here for it to be so much mexy to me. IVP needs to break the downtrend and the consolidation as well. IVP needs to break the downtrend, consolidation, and the VWAP for it to be so much mexy to me. Otherwise, it's just meh. You know what I mean? Meh. Don't want that going on. MNDR. Let's see how MNDR is doing. MNDR currently. All right. Currently with MNDR, still needs to really break this pennant and break above the VWAP. So right now, MNDR, just had a major price spike just now. Major random price spike. I don't know what that's all about. I mean, now it's making a top tail, but it's like very sporadically moving. What the heck? MNDR up 151%. What? Okay, then went back down to 50. Alrighty. MNDR, very choppy. MNDR, sporadic price spike. Up 150, went up 151, 151%, but very sporadic. Very sporadic, ladies and gentlemen. Very sporadic. So, very sporadic price spike right there. Shot up to 151, then went back down. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, you know that video that dude that goes, okay? Yeah, that's me. That's me right now. Just like, okay, all right. Broke above the view up a little bit and then just kind of went, okay. Went a little bit like, wee. There he goes. Right there. Just drop down. Okay. Alrighty. It be like that, ladies and gentlemen. It do be like that sometimes. I mean, I'm just saying, DBL Moms, what you think? What you think?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeesh. My goodness. My goodness. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, hey, look. I'm just saying, man. Sometimes it just be like that. You know, it went up, down, like his name was freaking DJ Khaled. I mean, okay, all right, we're just gonna do that right there. Yeah, very nice. It go up and then it go down. Very nice. Not nice at all, actually. Very not nice. Especially if you have like literally maybe half a second to maybe get out of it. Not nice. Not nice at all. Actually, my name about it. I like it, yo. I like, it's nice. I can't say that on stream, but it'd be like that. All right, so MAGN, man. Let's take a look at CRNC. Wow. No, it's choppy. It looked like trash. Okay, good. CRNC look like garbage. Okay, CRNC looks like booty. Okay. Very low volume and choppy. Not schmexy. All right. Does not look schmexy. This is a trip on the Booty Express right here. That one. Not looking too schmexy right there. All right. IVP. Still on that downtrend. Still dropping it like it's really not hot. But, Only one that could really drop it like it's hot with that is Snoop Dogg, and we already know. Did you see the meme, by the way, that we put up a couple days ago? The one where Coach was playing Fortnite as the early bird. And we basically made, like, we had this little meme made. It was basically like Snoop Dogg in a Christmas outfit, a turkey, and the Stonks guy, you know, the little meme with the Stonks meme, all just holding money bags. Yeah. Yeah, that was amazing. That was glorious. That was glorious, okay? I'm just saying. It do be like that, man. Let's get a share party going, by the way. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1,000. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comments section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Ooh, just let me stretch real quick. All right. Ooh, right there. Ooh, and ah, right there. Just crack the back. Crack it. Yes, crack it good. Yes, very good. Oh, that was the good stuff right there. All right. So IVP needs to break this little downtrend right here and stop being a little wimp. I'm kidding. But IVP does need to break that downtrend for it to be so much maxi to me. It needs to curl off the downtrend, needs to break the VWAP for it to be so much maxi. Otherwise, it's man, you know what I mean? It's booty. you never had me says, what the heck? I come back and you got 900 people. Hey, I call it the doubles effect, man. What could I do? Look, I mean, it do be like that sometimes. You know what I mean? It do be like that sometimes. It do be like that. So, you know, IVP trying to curl off the downtrend and break that VWAP. Can it continue to do that? I don't know, man. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1,000. 1,000. Yes. Yes, very good. All right. There we go. There we go, man. Yes, sir. I mean, you know what it is? You never had me. You know what it is, brother? You know what it is? It's cause I'm schmexy, man. I just be like that. I got it like that. Like Roman Reigns right now. Yeah. Got that aura about me. You know what I mean? No, not that kind of. No, I just got the aura. Yeah. Got that Dr. Doubles PhD energy. Monsignor Dr. Doubles, PhD in Bangernomics from Big Bang College, BBC.
What?
You heard me.
I'd like to know what that is. Okay.
BBC, Big Bang College, man.
Oh, that.
What's the matter with you?
I thought that was a degree. All right.
No, that the degree is in Bangernomics, man. Yes, with a minor in a mimer. Yes, a mimer. A mimer. Yes, with a minor in memology. Okay.
I can take that. All right.
PhD in Bangernomics with a minor in memology. I mean, I already called what? 5 baggers. Actually, no, I called 2 baggers and a bunch of runners. It's just a wee lad. Wee.
Vibes are off the charts.
Yes, the vibes are always off the charts, man. We always doing good vibes, man. We like to be educational. We also like to have fun here. You know what I mean? Because what's a little education without fun? Let me tell you something. I used to go to school all the time, and you know what? Let me tell you something. I got bored. I literally would sit there, right? I'd be sitting there listening to the teacher go womp 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 womp. I didn't know what the heck they were saying. I mean, I look, I was good at the academics, but it's like, come on, man, I'm bored. I'm bored, man. I'm bored. There were people, there There were people literally throwing spitballs at the teacher for funsies. I don't know why. I was like, come on, man. I wasn't doing it, but I was sitting there watching them do it. The teacher's like, who did that? And I'm just like, look, I didn't have to do nothing there. I would just sit there. Look, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
It never is.
No, look, that was not me. I wasn't throwing spitballs at the teacher. I was watching people throw spitballs at the teacher. I ain't good. They're like, who said that? Who said that? I'm like, Poppy ain't no snitch. I ain't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I don't know. I don't see nothing. You know what I mean? You see, but that's what happens when people are bored, man. You're sitting there, you're lecturing, blah 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 blah, and nobody cares, man. They don't care. So you gotta have a little bit of fun. Gotta have a little bit of fun, man. You gotta be vibing a little. You know what I mean? You gotta vibe. There was one teacher I know. Actually, true story, ladies and gentlemen, true story. One teacher that I know. All right. He did he liked doing the one chip challenge. Why? Because the man likes spicy stuff. God bless him. All right. I think he's still teaching to this day. All right. Legendary math teacher. Legend, I'm telling you. This man was like, I'm kind of feeling that one chip challenge though. He's like, man, I was going to wait till I got home. But bro, I really want to do this. I'm like, all right. So he did it during class and he had a good old time, man. He was like, oh my God, this thing is amazing. Can I have like a whole bag of these? I'm like, I don't think you should do that. It's like it's got Carolina Reaper pepper in there. No. You don't want to eat those. I mean, you don't want to eat those straight up. No, definitely not. But he did the one chip challenge in the class because why not? We were vibing that day. It was one of those days like it was towards the end of the year, and he's like, you know what? If everybody gets a 100, if everybody like gets a good score on this test, I'm gonna do the one chip challenge.
Oh, no.
He did it. He did it. The madman did it. But you know what? People did, man. They did it. Yeah. Exactly. What's life if you get caught up in everything? Yeah, man. I mean, look, we just chilling right now. We chilling right now.
Yes.
All right, we call it two baggers. We just chill. We just doing our thing right now, man. Because this show is not just about the stocks. It's about the vibes, man. It's about the vibe. What you mean boop? Who booped me? Who booped me? Who did it? You?
It's the boop vibe.
You did it? Okay. Don't worry, I got you. I'll get you back later.
It's a good boop.
Hey, no, it's a good boop. I'll give you the boop. Yes. He said legend. Yeah, man. That dude was a legend. He was vibing. He said, look, you guys get a good grade. I'm going to do that one chip challenge. Get a good grade on your final. Everybody did too.
Yes, sir.
Right? He did that one chip challenge. Said, yeah, all you guys passed with flying colors. All right, bet. Came in with that one chip.
See, they did that just to watch him do that.
Yeah. Yeah, see? It's called the carrot and the stick method.
Yes.
I think.
They're like, hey, we gotta get 100. We gotta watch him burn up. We gotta do this. No.
Oh no, he actually took it like a champ. He took that one chip challenge like a champ. I've seen most people go, oh my God, it's so high, and then they're like snorting milk. All right, let's see what SON. Yeah, well, actually, there's milk just coming out of their nostril. It was, yeah, not snorting milk. Don't snort milk. Don't do that. I actually had a friend that was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna try drinking water through my nose. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I tell you, my friends were something special, I swear. High school friends were something special. Yeah, okay. SOND looks like it's trying to curl its way on up. Looks like it's trying to curl its way on up. Looks like it's potentially forming a bit of a cup. Maybe a handle, maybe. Or it could just be curling its way on up. So right now, we'll see what it does. If it starts forming a bit of a handle here, it's a cup and handle, and it could potentially go up. All right, but if not, and it's just curling its way on up, it could be testing the VWAP, and that's good. So currently, as of now, looks like it's going to be more likely a cup and handle. More likely than not, it's probably going to be a cup and handle. Or it's going to go down for some random reason because, it just does that. I don't know why. It could be that, or it could potentially be a head and shoulders because it's got a little shoulder over here, little baby shoulder over here. Got a little up, excuse me, right there, or a head over here, and maybe another shoulder there. So it really has to break through the little line right over here. Let me get this little baby right over here. The horizontal. Okay. All right. I'm going to make this line green. Okay. Has to break through that 20-cent mark right there. That's kind of a bit of a resistance point. All right. So as of now, let's make a nice little support and resistance line over here. All right. Actually, let me move this up a little bit. Bop right there. All right. And then what we're going to do, we're going to make the support and we're going to make the resistance right here. So we're going to have that. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Has a bit of support at the 19-cent mark over here. Just on a watch, not gonna catch me back holding. Yeah, man, I'm gonna just keep watching this, man. I'm gonna just keep watching this. Right now, it's below the VWAP, so to me, it's not very schmexy. SOND, as of now, it had its run, it had its time in the sun. You know what I mean? It's one of those stonks that right there, you're gonna have to, it's gonna have to chill and do its thing right there. So it's gonna have to break through the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to me, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party. 1,1300 right there. Yeah. 1,300, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yes, SOND right here needs to break the VWAP. Needs volume. Needs a lot. It needs volume, ladies and gentlemen, because it needs to break that VWAP, man. It just needs to break that VWAP. That's it. It needs to break the VWAP, ladies and gents. Yeah, it needs to break the VWAP. Yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, currently, that's what we got going on with SOND, man. But what do you guys got planned for Thanksgiving? What do you guys got planned, man? Put it in the chat, man. While we're waiting for SOND to move around, while we're looking into PACS as well, what you guys got planned, man? What you guys got planned? PAX went up to 71%. MAGN went up, is currently has a float of 35 million, volume of 2 million. So, we'll take a look at MAGN. Let's take a look at MAGN. Just to chill out. MAGN. All right, MAGN, still below the VWAP right now. Not liking this stonk right now. Let's get rid of these drawings over here. All right. Currently, as of now, MAGN has a bit of a pennant forming right over MIA, and over MIA. All right. Has that going on right there. Needs to really break this pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mia. Again, has a conference call scheduled for today at 10 a.m. Q4 earnings announcements confirmed before the market opened today. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Needs to break through this pennant and the VWAP. MAGN needs to break the pennant and the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mia. Yes. So that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, yeah, right now we're just chilling out, dude. We're doing our thing. We're doing our thing, all right? We just relaxing all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I'm just saying, what? I can't vibe to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let me have this. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, stupid cop. All right. Fine. I can't have anything. Stupid copyright strikes. All right, MAG. Yeah, I know. Give me a second. Yeah. Yes. All right. So, as of now, you never had me said school lunches with the kiddos and then dinner with family that lives near us. That's awesome, man. Yeah. You know what I always like to do after Thanksgiving in terms of like lunch. Oh, besides, oh man, I get that good sleep. I sleep in on Thanksgiving. All right, I sleep in. I skip the breakfast part of the show because I'm gonna have like a big dinner or like a big like dinner because it's like lunch and dinner, right? So we have like an early dinner, so it's more like dinner than it is dinner, right? So we have the big old turkey, right? We have all the fixings, everything. You know what I mean? Everything. Okay. and with some salads, obviously some good stuff there. All right. On occasion, we've had rice and beans too, right? So basically, just eat that whole thing, right? Well, if we have leftovers, man, I put that either in a sandwich, right, or I put that thing in like a rice bowl. I like putting some leftovers in rice bowls, soups, sandwiches, salads. Love doing that too. Putting them in salads.
You know what tastes nice after Thanksgiving? A wonderful pork roll or some good bread with turkey and stuffing in the sandwich.
Ooh, you know what you do? You roll it up in like a little burrito thing.
You do that too?
Yeah, you can
I
fold it
guess
up in
you
like a
could.
little burrito thing. A little bit of a Thanksgiving burrito afterwards. It's unorthodox, but you know what? It works. All right, it's
Thanksgiving burrito.
Thanksgiving burrito. Basically how you make it is you take the leftover turkey, right? You get like a tortilla, leftover turkey, little bit of stuffing, little bit of gravy, right? If you want to put in some like, if you want to put in some, right? If you want to put in like some rice or you want to put in some mashed potato, you can. Why not? I don't see why not. Who says you can't? Right? Why not?
Why
It, it's 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 unorthodox, but it works.
it works.
I primarily say though, you already got starch with the bread, so I'd say hold off on the bread. Just get the turkey, get the gravy. That's it, man. You could do that
Put it
too.
in a mashup. Just
I put in like a rice. I chop it up, put it in a rice bowl sometimes
I
too.
don't even eat the rice though. I just put it because the stuffing's there, potatoes are there.
Yeah, I normally don't. But I'm not. I'm not.
All the
You know what it is? I don't eat. I don't normally eat the stuffing. Like I'll eat the stuffing sometimes, but I don't always eat the stuffing. You know what I mean? Like
stuffing is the
not
joint.
always. Not always. Bro, he said my stomach is making sounds I can't eat yet. I'm sorry, man. My bad.
Sorry about that.
My bad. My bad. All right. My bad. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 1500.
Yeah, 1500. The man's gonna be picking out on mashed potatoes at 9 in the morning.
You're gonna be like, man, look at these things.
He's like, you guys need to stop.
I know, my bad, man. My bad. All right. So let's see here. CRNC. Let's take a look at CRNC. All right. We'll take a look at BULL as well. My bad, man. Let me take a look at BULL as well. All right. So CRNC looks like trash, needs volume. All right. Let's get that going on right there. CRNC. CRNC needs volume. Needs volume for me. Needs volume. Choppy. All right. Now we need to check out open, and then we'll take a look at bull. Open, very very popular stock that a lot of people have been messaging me about all the time. This is one of those stocks like alongside ASST and BYND that has been like very very popular to people. Very very choppy though. It has had a lot of history of being very very choppy. So it has lines that just go right over Mia right here. You never had me says no, it's horrible. Don't worry about bull. Don't worry, man. I do want to take an analysis of it. I want to take an analysis of it at least. You know what I mean? Little looky for myself. You know, little looky loo. You know what I mean? I was just saying because I've seen so many bag holders. Yeah, a lot of people have told me about bull. They're like, oh, we're like bull. I'm like, okay. How do I say this nicely? It don't look good. Open current.
The technical term. It don't look good.
The technical term trash. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But it needs volume, man. That stuff needs volume for it to move. Like that primarily needs volume. All right. News is like a catalyst. It needs volume. All right. So open, same deal. Needs volume. Right now it's trying to curl off the pennant off the VWAP right now. Trying to curl off the VWAP, low volume. All right. 90 MA is intersecting a bit with the VWAP a little bit, but it is low volume. It's trying to curl off that VWAP, but yeah. He says bull is absolute garbage. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take a look at it right now. Yep.
Oh. Well then.
More hops than Bugs Bunny. All right, there we go. No. But like, I like Weeble as like a platform, but other than that, Bull needs volume. It's kind of ironic that Weeble is like a stock platform, and it's the stock is. That's ironic. That's very ironic. Truthfully, it is. SGBX has had a history of moving, ladies and gentlemen. SGBX has had a history of doing some movement. Right now, currently though, SGBX is on a bit of an uptrend. Has a bit of a pennant forming though, so it's going here, bop, right there. Has a little bit of a descending wedge forming right over here. Is a bit overbought in the RSIs of now. Needs to be above the VWAPA. Needs to be above the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Right there. SGBX. Yeesh. SGBX needs to break the descending wedge. The 9 EMA is kind of diverging from the VWAP. It is kind of moving further and further away, so it's got that going on as well. All right. By the way, did I ever tell you guys about this little thing that me and my friends would do, right? Me and my friends have like this little tradition that we've had for the past, I'd say, about 5 years now. 5 years? I think 5 years. Actually, no. Excuse me. I'm wrong. 3 years. 3 years now. It's been 3 years. All right. For the past 3 years, we had Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving, and we play. Normally, we play what's that game? War Thunder, right? And basically, it has like tanks. You could be in like ships. You could be in planes, right? You could do all sorts of cool stuff, right? So we have Thanksgiving, right? Where we basically play World of Tanks, or we play something along those lines, right? And we basically just have a little decoration of like a little decorative turkey on the tank, and we're just like riding around, whee, swerving the tanks around like they're sports cars in the game, just firing at the bad guys, like ah. It's chaotic, and it's so. Oh, we can't. Hey, it'd be like that, man. It's either that, or nowadays we play Warhammer. So you know what I mean. It could be either or. Gotta love Warhammer. Gotta love me some Warhammer, especially Warhammer 40K. But Warhammer Fantasy is pretty good too. So, yes, I am a big board game nerd. Yes, it do be like that. But it be like that sometimes. Like man can't play the board game. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, man. It's cool stuff, man. Cool stuff, fun stuff. All right, SGBX falling like a rock, so needs to curl. But again, the 9 EMA is a bit separated from the VWAP as of this point in time. And then he never had me say sounds like a blast. Oh, it is quite literally. Quite literally, it's a blast. Did you know that there was actually somebody who made like they play World of Tanks in like this little virtual tank thing that they actually made, where they basically load like some like cheap soda bottles into the so-called little area where you would load the tank, right? And then when the guy actually fires the tank in the game, the tank, quote unquote, the little tank in real life fires, and it like has the impact like he's actually in a tank and stuff like that, and he's moving. It's really, really cool. I've seen a lot of shorts on it. It's kind of cool. Like if I could go in that'd be kind of fun. But at the same time, we'd all be kind of dookying ourselves a little bit, because we'd be like, load the tank, fire the missile. And they kept on falling over and stuff like that. They were having a blast though. I was like, wee. Well, I can't have a. Yes, my mother was my DVL moms was looking at me like, man.
24 going on 2.
Hey, that is fun stuff, man. I see what you did there though. You never had me. You said it sounds like a blast. I get it. All right, I get it. 10 minutes till the bell. The bell. All right, SGBX, by the way. SGBX. SGBX needs to break that descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. All right, let's see here. Ooh, I think I got me some requests. All right, 1 second here. Let's take a look. I got requests. Yes, good. Yes, I have some requests here. Good. Good, good. Yes, quite. Let's get some requests going. Okay. So, somebody requested SGBX. SGBX, again, descending wedge. Descending wedge. Descending wedge. All right, but somebody else requested PACS. 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 All right, so PACS currently now has a what is no longer a descending wedge. It just fell below the VWAP, right? And it looks like it's trying to curl a little bit right here. So as of now, what we got going on, DBL moms, you're like hovering over me like a helicopter. Helicopter, helicopter. Look at you. All right, so curling right now off this pennant right here, off the pennant, curling right now. PAX Group shares are trading higher after the company reported a better than expected Q3 sales result. And it has Q2 earnings, which are unconfirmed for in 12 days from now on December 2nd. So they basically have unconfirmed Q2 earnings due in 12 days on December 2nd after the market closes, but they're trading higher because the company reported better than expected Q3 sales results. So you got that going on as well. I don't know if it has Q2 earnings that are unconfirmed though, so that's kind of weird. But the Q3 earnings were better than expected, so we got that going on right there. Let's see what we got over here. PACS. PACS trying to curl off that little pennant right there. PACS trying to curl off the pennant and test. And test the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmaxy to mya. That's what we got going on with PACS. Looks like it's doing its thing right there. MAGN. Trying to curl off that pennant right there. Trying to curl off that pennant just a little bit. Bop right there. All right. MAGN trying to curl off the pennant right now. Magnera shares are trading higher after the company reported some Q4 financial results right there. All right, so Q4 earnings announcement was confirmed before market open today. They just came out. They have a conference call scheduled for today at 10 a.m., and they're trading higher after the company reported their Q4 financial results. So as of now, MAGN is curling off the pennant right here and testing the VWAP. So MAGN curling off the pennant and testing the VWAPA. We'll see what happens at the market open right there. You know what I mean? Open. So once the market opens up in about 7 minutes, we should see maybe some curlage. But we shall see. We shall see what goes on, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what goes on. Next up is Zim. All right, ZIM. Zim. Like Invader Zim, like the alien dude on Nickelodeon, that dude. Yeah, Invader Zim. Bro, that show was kind of weird, truthfully. But you know what? That show is partially my childhood, so it'd be like that. All right. Zim down 2% right now. Needs to break above this downtrend. It needs to break the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to mya. ZIM. Somebody requested it. All right, needs to break the downtrend and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmaxy to mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's get a share party going, by the way. Let's get to 1900. 1900 right there. Yes, sir. 1900. Yeah. All right. So, as of now, we are just chilling right now. Needs to break above 1900 with that layer thing, right? I said we need to break above 1900 like it was a stock. Let's break through 1900 viewers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Share party, share party, share party. Yes, sir. All right. Their conference call for Zim has concluded, and Q3 earnings were released today before the market opened. But judging by the fact that the trend is currently going downward, I'm pretty sure those Q3 earnings were about as good as, well, yeah, no, yeah, yeah, that probably went about as good as, giving a cat a bath. So, yeah, no, mm-mm, mm-mm, nah. Oh yeah, mm-mm. Yep. Yep, yeah, yep, yep. Speaking of which, man, I tell you what, I'm not doing that. I have to wear a full body suit. I have to wear a full body suit to ever bathe a cat. I'm sorry. I got sliced up last time, man. It was horrible. All right, so I no, I'm not doing that. Cat went. You just started scratching arms, scratching whatever it could scratch. By the way, did I ever tell you that I have a friend of mine, right? Friend of mine is a firefighter, right? And he actually was supposed to, and let me know when the bell rings, by the way. But he was basically trying to get a cat out of an engine block because yes, sometimes cats they climb into the bottom of people's cars and they get caught, they get stuck in the engine, right? Now, little thing, yeah, no, they just get stuck there, right? So the thing is, they called the fire department to get this cat out, right? My friend comes in there, right? Now, he's experienced in doing this. This isn't the first time this has happened. All right, normally cats do this during the winter because the engine block for them is like, a little bit warm, right? It's got heating and stuff like that, right? Especially stray cats and other cats like that. So, but this cat had an owner, right? So the owner lets him walk around. All right, it'd be like that, So, this cat's just chilling here, right? And he's just chilling there. All right. And let me tell you something. Bro puts on gloves immediately. He puts on gloves. All right. And the lady that called them said, "Oh, you don't have to do all that. He's a very friendly cat." He's like, "No, no, oh no." Look, a cat that's caught in an engine block that's crowded in one place for too long, that is very jumpy, is going to be very, very angry when it finds a random hand just coming out of nowhere and yoinking it out of the engine. All right, it's going to start clawing, biting, and doing whatever it can. All right, he reaches in the engine. Oh, we got a live one. The cat's ears are all the way back. You know when the cat's ears are all the way back? It's angry. Angry. All right. He's picking it up. He's like holding it very far away from his face. The cat is swinging around. It's lashing around and stuff like that. He's just looking at this thing like, "Are you done? Are you done?" Yeah, the Tasmanian devil. That's what it's doing right now. And he's just sitting there. He's holding the cat away from his body like, "Are you done? Are you done? Are you done?" He's waiting for the cat to get it out of his, hey, all right, there you go. Come on, get it out of your system. Get it out of your system. Ma'am, I suggest you don't walk near this way. I'm not putting him down till he cools off. He's just gonna be there for like a while. That's it. That's what's gonna happen today. Oh yeah. Mm-mm. All right, there was not going to be any chance that he was going to put that thing down. All right, nah, bad kitty. Mm-mm. All right, kitty needs to chill. Yesh. Open needs to break. Let's take a look at open here. Open. How's open doing? All right, we are 1 minute off till the bell. Open.
And the bell just rang.
Yesh, the bell. The bell. It deafens me. All right. Yes. Needs to break. Open needs to break. The VWAP. It needs some volume. Really needs volume. open needs volume, but it was requested of me to look at again, so I did take a look at it. It needs a lot of volume. It's very, very choppy. All right, so
Needs a little caffeine.
needs a little un cafecito.
A little bit.
All right. All right. ALLT. Somebody requested ALLT. How's ALLT looking? ALLT. Choppy. But it does have news that a lot shares are trading higher. Oh, yeah, they sure look like they are. After the company reported better than expected Q3 financial results and raised FY25 sales guidance above estimates. Well, look, if you think that this is trading high, you got as many scales, man. You got as many screws loose as the department store in an earthquake. If you think that this is trading higher, okay. So,
but we do see something going on with
PAX. All right, let me just say that ALLT needs volume, and then after that we will continue. ALLT, choppy needs volume. Choppy needs volume. For it to be so much maxi to me. Yes. All right. ALLT needs that going on right there. Let's see about PAX. PACS. PACS currently up 60%. PAX Group shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q3 sales results. Oh, this is Q3 sales, not Q3 earnings. Okay. Q2 earnings are currently unconfirmed for in 12 days, but it is moving. It broke through, but anyway, it broke through the VWAP right now. Broke through the VWAP. PAX broke above the VWAP right here. Looking good. Price spike above the VWAP right now. So PAX is doing this thing right here. PAX. Price spike above the VWAP. Okay, someone smacks it to me. NNOX moving up on low volume, 56 million float, 516,000 volume. So as of now, very heavy float, low volume. I don't fully trust the stock, but it is moving up. I will give it that. Has a bit actually of an ABCD pattern going on right over here. If you look, A to B, B to C, C to D. All right, so we got that going on right there. ABCD right there. ABCD pattern up 27% right now. Has that going on right there. NNOX. ABCD pattern. Needs to break. Needs more volume. All right, because it does have low volume as of now. All right. NanoX Imaging shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q3 EPS results and issued a fiscal year 26 sales guidance above estimates. Had a conference call that has recently concluded, and Q3 earnings were confirmed before market open today. So, had that going on right there. So had a better than expected Q3. So that's why it's probably moving up right now. So yeah, got that going on right there. Up 28%, just went back down to 26%. But we'll see what goes on here, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what goes on here. Let's get some support and resistance lines over here. Let's get that right over here. All right, bop and bop. All right, so currently has resistance at $3.90, support at $3.69. So we got that going on right there. Needs to continue moving for it to be so much maxi to meow. Otherwise, it's just man. You know how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it goes. Yeesh. All right. What other stonks do we have here? What other stonks do we have, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. All right. All right. Let's take a look at SGBX. SGBX. Currently, SGBX is curling a little bit. A little bit of curlage happened right over here. All right. Curling off the VWAP right now. currently needs to hold this uptrend right here, needs to remain friends with the trend. SGBX needs to stay above the VWAPA and remain friends with the trend. There we go. SGBX up 18% right now. That's what we got going on here. How's PAX doing? PACS. PACS still friends with the trend right now. PACS still friends with the trend. PACS still friends with the trend as of now. Bop right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, PAX Group shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q3 sales results, has some unconfirmed Q2 earnings for doing 12 days on the December 2nd, on Tuesday after the market closed, so we got that going on. Yeesh. And to top it off, let's take a look at MAGN. Let's take a look at MAGN. MAGN. All right, MAGN currently had a bit of a price spike going up right over here. All right. And of course, had a bit of a pennant going right over MIA. Bop, bop, right there. All right. MAGN. MAGN needs to break the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to MIA. There we go. Has to stay above the VWAP as well, but needs to break that pennant because it is curling above the VWAP. Fell below it just a little bit before, and then kind of started just curling its way back up. Needs to break that pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mia. All right. All right. Let's see what else we got here. MNDR. MNDR. MNDR still kind of below the VWAPA as of this point in time. Needs to still break that pennant. Needs to still break that VWAP. All right. Needs to still break both of those things right there. MNDR needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mia. There we go. Bop right there. Boom. All right. What other stocks we got? IVP. IVP. All right. IVP looks like it shot up off the consolidation. Had a massive little shot upward over here, breaking the VWAP right there. IVP broke consolidation and broke through the VWAP on an uptrend. Yes, sir. There we go. All right. NNOX. How's NNOX doing? NNOX trying to test that high a day. Can't quite get it there, but still is holding above 369. Needs to break above 390. Has support as well on its 9 EMA at 377. So right now it's trying to curl its way back up. Can it break through the high a day? It's trying. It's testing it a little bit. NNOX testing the high of day. There we go, right there, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gents, let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 2,300. 2,300, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party. And also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to check out our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. And Dudley asks for Hoth, H-O-T-H. Let's take a look at H-O-T-H here. 1 second. HOTH. Oh, excuse me. There we go. All right. HOTH currently very, very consolidated as of now. Very, very consolidated. All right. As of now, this stock has a lot of just a series of consolidation over here. All right. Let's make a channel over here because we might as well. Has a bit of a channel. Might as well even say that the channel starts here and goes all the way down to about here. All right, so That's currently what we got with the channel. Bop, right there. Needs to break above that channel. Currently consolidated below the VWAP most of the time. Hoth Therapeutics shares are trading higher after the company was accepted into the NVIDIA Connect program to expand its AI and accelerated computing capabilities. So has the potential to continue going up. Maybe has the potential to go up, but needs to break that VWAP and needs to break through all that consolidation for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. That's HOTH. HOTH needs to break the VWAP and channel needs volume to do that, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's what we need with that's what we got with HOTH. As of now, HOTH needs all that good stuff for it to be so much maxi to mia. Currently was a bit oversold over here, leaning towards the oversold area, but then since curled its way back up and now it's doing okay. It's relatively different on the RSI, but it is still below the VWAP, so we got that going on right there. The 9 EMA is currently also below the VWAP, so got that going on right there. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2,500. 2,500 right there. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below as well as the pinned comment section, so be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. And let's take a look over here at SOND, ladies and gentlemen. You got our, and by the way, when you get the $9.99, you get 4 days of 4 trial days, right? For the $4 day trial. Basically, you get access to the scanner, you get access to the newsroom, you get access to the ticker tape, which basically gives all the stonks that we're looking at. You get access to all sorts of amazing stuff like that. Wonderful supportive community. So be sure to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to check it out. And of course, SOND currently shot its way on up right now over the VWAP, clean shot. You never had me says, yeah, I caught some SOND. There was such a clean come up. Yes, there was indeed. Shot its way on up above the VWAP right now. So SOND had that going on right there. Yeesh. All right, SOND needs to. All right, currently broke the VWAP. Broke the VWAP. Needs to remain friends with the trend. All right. Let's take a look over here. FOSL came in. Very low float stock. Let's see how it's doing. FOSL, very choppy, but moving up on low volume over here. Moving up on some very low volume. Not looking too schmexy to me. All right. FOSL. Hold on. There we go. FOSL moving on low volume. So we got that going on right there. FOSL currently moving on some low volume there. All right, there we go. All right, climbing its way on up right now. All right, there we go. All right. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second right here. Bop, right there. All right. There we go. Now, let's see what other stonks we got here. What other stonks do we have? CRNC. How's CRNC doing? On an uptrend right now. CRNC curled above the VWAP and made itself a nice little uptrend, and then basically built itself a little pennant right over MIA. So currently, all right, CRNC needs to break the pennant and the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to mia. Yes, sir. All right. Also, ladies and gentlemen, CRNC shares are trading higher after this company basically announced a better than expected Q4 financial results, and also Goldman Sachs maintained a neutral rating on the stock and raised its price target from $10 to $11. So it's got that going on right there. Currently, it is up to $11, quite literally. So that's what it's doing right now. CRNC chilling, doing its thing. SOND climbing its way back up right now. SOND. All right, there we go. All right, there we are. There we are. There we are. SOND currently right now needs to break this pennant, needs to stay above the VWAP and break the pennant. SOND needs to stay above the VWAP and break the pennant for it to be so much maxi to mya. All right, there we go. Let's see. MNDR currently tried to climb its way on up over here. All right, but needs to break above this VWAP over here. So MNDR has a ways to go, but it is curling off the pennant finally. MNDR curling off the pennant needs to break the VWAP. Okay, let's take a look at ASST. ASST. All right, ASST as of now, very, very choppy, very, 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 very low volume. ASST still barcoding, needs volume for it to be so much maxi to mya. Yeesh. All right. BYND, same deal. Needs volume, a lot of barcoding. Take a look over here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Channels. Matter of fact,
those codes on the bottle of something you buy in the store there.
Barcode? Yeah. Yeah.
Like straight up.
Well, that's what it's called barcoding for. Yeah. BYND, barcoding, needs volume. BYND, barcoding, needs volume for it to be so much maxi to mya. All right. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loots, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeah. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99 for the first 4 days. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. We already called 2 baggers, SOND 250 and MNDR 217. All right. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah. As of now, that's what we got going on here. All right. So, yeah. It's Double Nicks.
Yes, sir.
I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Be sure to check us out on our... Actually, no. I'll see you guys later, because we are going to be having our wonderful show that is going to be coming out at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, called Power Plays. With Coach Nick Money. The legend himself is going to be hosting Power Plays. All right. Power Plays is basically where it takes place at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, before Power Hour. Before Power Hour. All right. And basically, you know, Coach reviews and takes a look at some stonks before they move during Power Hour. You know what I mean? He takes a look at them, right? Analyzes them, gives his best analysis on what he thinks, what he personally thinks, looks schmexy, right? He gives his personal analysis, and then after that, he goes into the play aspect of the show, where he basically does some playing. He plays some Fortnite. chills out, relaxes, and then he's back at it again, letting them stocks simmer. You know what I mean? So we got that going on right there. That is also what we got going on. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check that out. Be sure to check us out on our YouTube channel at Coaching Money, where we do lots of live streaming videos, stock reviews, and shorts. All right. You can find us on our YouTube at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money, you can find our other, what was it, X.com? Yeah, X.com. Where you can find our live streams. You can find some stock reviews as well there. You can find us there at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on Twitch, where we do lots of live streaming at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Coaching Money. And you can find us on TikTok, Tiki Taki, aka the Tac Tac. You can find us there at DBL Nicks. At DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. Remember to share. Of course, make a lot of money. Be greenable. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you are indelibles. Leave your mark. Be greenable. Yes. All right? Yes. Leave your mark. And have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.